don't test the agility. Silly thinking that the negativity you talking could ever go for the tranquility. Look. Okay, I'm on rodeo for the day. If you owe me, then you better pay your layaway, stay away, or your
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to GoValiants.com field here on the campus of Manhattanville College for this afternoon's Mac Freedom men's soccer matchup between DeSales University and Manhattanville College. Both these teams come in early on in their Mac Freedom slate. Manhattanville is 6-6 overall, 1-1 in Mac Freedom play. DeSales, meanwhile, is 9-1-2 overall and 1-0-1 in Mac Freedom action so far on the year. As we take a look at our Mac Freedom standings entering today's game, Kings currently in second place in the conference with 4 points in their first 2 matches. Kings is in first with 6 points in their first 2 matches. Manhattanville, one of 4 teams, currently 1-1 in the conference standings to this point. Misericordia, of course, with 3 points, or with 1 point, excuse me, and Delaware Valley currently in last place with 0 points. This is a very big game early on in the Mac Freedom slate with still 4 games left after this, but of course both teams looking for 3 points here this afternoon as they look to come away with a key Mac Freedom victory. We'll take a quick break here for the national anthem. We'll be back in just a minute to go over our starting lineups and get you ready to go here between Manhattanville and DeSales. You're watching Manhattanville Men's Soccer on GoValiants.com. And we're back here at GoValiants.com field, getting set for this Mac Freedom matchup between Manhattanville and DeSales. The Valiants come into today's game off a 1-0 loss to Kings on October 6th. There was a double overtime loss for the Valiants as they dropped their first Mac Freedom game of the year. Also broke a 3-game winning streak that the Valiants had coming into this contest. DeSales, meanwhile, comes in as one of the hottest teams in Division III. They lost their first game of the year, and they're 9-0-2 in their next 11 games since then. So they have not lost since September 2nd. That was a 3-0 loss at Penn State and Behrend. And since then, they have allowed only 5 goals in 11 games, including 7 shutouts during that span. 8 shutouts, actually. They keep on going. They do, however, come in having not won their last 2 games. They tied William Patterson on October 4th, a 3-3 game. And then on their last game, a somewhat surprising result. They tied Misericordia 1-1. The Cougars at that point and still actually have not won a game overall on the season. They're 0-11-1, but somehow they were managed to tie the DeSales team that came in at 9-1-1 overall. So we'll see what this DeSales team does bring to the game here this afternoon as we get set to get underway here in Purchase. The players to watch for DeSales, their leading scorer is Justin Habick, who has 7 goals on the season. Michael Kirby with 12 points as well, 4 goals and 4 assists. Sean Tunney with 3 goals. Javon Hussett and Zach Reichard, as well as Alex Di Rienzo, all with 2 goals apiece for DeSales on the year. Looking at our starting lineups. First for Manhattanville on defense, senior Ryan Trainer, senior Christopher Stahl, junior Michael Jean Charles, and senior Eddie Garcia as well. Or excuse me, senior Jeff Carrera starting on defense here today. In the midfield for Manhattanville, freshman Marius Nicolason, senior Jeff Santos, sophomore Christian Araujo, and freshman Pablo Bravo Oye. John Kirakides and Oscar Martinson, the 2 forwards for Manhattanville here today. In goal for the Valiants is sophomore Tim Karsting. On the year, Tim is 4-5 overall, 1.53 goals against average, and 800 save percentage. Looking at DeSales, we have junior forward Michael Kirby, sophomore defense Joey Malvestuto, senior midfielder Charlie Jerry, junior forward Zach Reichard, freshman defender Sean Tunney, sophomore defender Ian Patmore, sophomore forward Javon Hussett, sophomore defender Keegan Caulfield, junior defender Giuseppe Natali, and senior defender Michael Bamundo. In goal for DeSales this afternoon, as he has been in all 12 games so far this year, Dan Solpizio, 9-1-2 overall with 7 shutouts, 0.63 goals against average, and 875 save percentage. We'll get our first corner of the game, and it will come for Manhattanville here a minute and a half into this contest. That corner goes way to the back post and out of play. Play back to Silpizzi, and he'll boot it back to midfield as I try to get our clock working here this afternoon. A little foul call there on the Valiants. We'll give a free kick for DeSales at midfield. Ball put into the box, and Karsting will easily sky up to retrieve that one. Ball booted towards the top of the box, and Karsting will get to that one before Hussett could get there. played into the box, and that's going to roll out harmlessly for a DeSales goal kick. Martinson can't get to that one, and it's booted high up in the air. It's going to come right up here to the press box. Off the front railing of the press box. That is the closest the ball has ever come to landing on top of the press box in 10 years. Our cameraman, Jason Siegel, unfortunately was not a baseball player, so could not make the catch. Also was protecting the camera, which is a good thing. Ball played back to Karsting, and he'll leave it off. Now Santos with it. He'll go to the far side of the field. Carrera playing the ball through, looking for Kirikides. Gets a touch on it. Couldn't get by the defense, however. 38:51 left to go in this first half of play. No score here between Manhattanville and DeSales in the early going. Now Araujo somehow gets it back to Carrera, and he'll chip the ball forward. Ball volleyed back towards the middle of the field. Headed down to Patmore. Now booted forward. Reichard's there, but couldn't get to the pass. And again, it's picked up by Karsting. And he'll roll it over to Stahl on the far side. Stahl with plenty of room. He'll play the long ball for Martinson. Ball skipped really quickly off the turf. Martinson towards the middle. Comes to Kirikides. Kirikides unfortunately couldn't turn to the left. Now trying some fancy footwork. Still has it. Now Bravo Oye gets by one defender. Puts a shot on goal, and it's saved by Sulpizio. It's good play by Bravo Oye there. Got by a couple of defenders. Got a shot off, but didn't have a ton of pace on it. And it's easy stop for Sulpizio, the first stop of the game for either goalie. Now Trainer boots it back up the field. No one there for Manhattanville. Sean Tunney will have plenty of time as he collects this ball. And he'll go back to Sulpizio. Martinson providing some token pressure. Almost gets there, but ball booted away. Stahl gets the first head down to Santos. Santos gets rescued on a potential bad pass there as Araujo knocked it away. Comes back to Tunney. I'll play on the far side. Bravo Oye. Now Martinson back to Carrera. He'll boot it to the middle of the field looking for Kirikides, but comes to Bravo Oye. Now Ryan Trainer making a run on the near side. Trainer will take it to the corner. Gets the left foot off. Unfortunately, it's cleared away by Natali. And it'll be a throw-in for Manhattanville. 36:18 left to go in this first half of play. Still no score between the Valiants and the Bulldogs. These two teams have been pretty even, or as even as you can get all time, as they're 4-4-2 in 10 all-time meetings. Last year, DeSales won the game by 1-0 score in Center Valley. As the Valiants look to avoid the same trap as last year when they beat Misericordia, or beat Eastern, I should say, in the first conference match of the year, and then faltered in a couple of other potentially winnable games. Obviously, that Kings game coming last weekend was a big one, a 1-0 double overtime loss only a couple seconds into the second overtime. The Monarchs were able to put one in the back of the net. Ball long played forward for Martinson. That one's not going to connect. Valiant so far have not been particularly successful on those long ball attempts. Bravo Oye nicely to win the ball forward to Araujo. Araujo cuts back to the middle. Santos to Nicolason. Can't get it to him though. This is cleared away by Jerry back to midfield where Stahl will control. Now Bravo Oye certainly has been one of the best players for this Manhattanville team so far this year in terms of playmaking. Now Jean Charles forward to Kirakides. It's intercepted again by Natali. Now Jean Charles making a run forward, looking for Martinson. It's knocked away by Tunney. Jean Charles just boots it forward to no one in particular. And that one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick coming up for the visitors. 34-23 left to go in the first half of play. As a reminder, you can follow the live stats for today's game by going to govaliants.com. Adam Ryder downstairs manning the computer for us as always. Now Jean Charles over to Stahl. Manhattanville do a good job possessing the ball. I think we'll see if they can try to possess the ball up the field instead of just the long balls forward looking for Martinson or Kirakides. Obviously at this point the team's still feeling each other out to a certain extent. Less than 11 minutes, less than 12 minutes, I should say, into this contest. Ball be thrown in on the far side. First head by Carrera. Now Santos. Over to Nicolason. Has Trainer making a run on the near side. Trainer gets by a defender. And it's picked up before it gets over the line by Sulpizio. So far, I've seen Ryan Trainer make a couple of runs up the near side for Manhattanville, being active coming up from that back position. Obviously, we've seen Trainer be a lot more active in the offense so far this year. He scored his first career goal, was named the Mac Freedom Offensive Player of the Week a couple weeks ago. Throw to be taken by Carrera on the far side. Goes to Bravo Oye. Gets pushed in the back. No call. Now Jean Charles stepping up. Both teams complaining to the referee at the moment. Now Araujo in the middle. Araujo, of course, very recognizable by those pink shoes. Araujo. Carrera looking for somewhere to go with it. Araujo looking for Bravo Oye, but Martinson will come onto it. Nicolason boots it forward, intercepted by Jerry. Now Nicolason looking for Trainer. That's an ambitious ball forward for him. It's cleared away. It'll be Manhattanville ball. It'll be a throw-in just outside the corner flag. And Trainer will take it. Trainer to the edge of the 6-yard box, headed away. There's very little wind at the field at the moment. You get a couple little gusts here and there, but for the most part, a pretty calm day in Purchase, New York. Overcast day as well, not the worst thing in the world. Now Carrera forward, looking for Kirakides. It's headed away. Now Malvestuto with it. We'll go to Reichert. Reichert with plenty of room in front of him. Looking for someone to go with him. Puts his hands up in the air. Eventually will leave it back right beneath us to Jerry. Now back to Reichert. And Reichert gives it away. Bad giveaway in the midfield. Let's see if the Valiants can capitalize. Nicolason over to Stahl, making a run forward. Now Araujo goes to the outside for Martinson. Tried to go back to Araujo, taken away by Tunney. Tunney making a run. Gets by a bunch of Valiant players. Jean Charles bothering him. Ball's in the box. Comes back to Reichert. And it's knocked away. Ryan Trainer. Great play. Trainer trying for the quick counter. It was 2-on-4 though, so that wasn't necessarily the best option for the Valiants. Now quickly back to Reichert. Reichert. That ball going towards the back post. He had Melvistudo, who had gotten by his defender, but luckily for the Valiants, that ball was 5 yards or so in front of him. As we're now entering the 16th minute of this contest, still no score. Still very few opportunities on goal. One shot on goal for each team we have credited to this point. And just the one corner taken by Manhattanville in the first 15-plus minutes of action. Now Araujo. Martinson. We'll go all the way back to Stahl. Now Stahl forward. Stahl still with it, off to Santos. Carrera will switch the field to Jean Charles on the near side. Now Martinson, little flick to Kirikides. Martinson, he'll go at it maybe, instead to Kirikides. You know he'll have a shot, and it gets blocked by Natali. Now Kirikides blocks the outlet. Flicks it to himself very deftly. Has Nicolason back, instead goes square to Bravo Oye. And Bravo Oye all the way back to Stahl. Stahl right back down that near side, looking for Kirikides. And Trainer couldn't get to it. And it's a goal kick coming for the Bulldogs. But not before our first substitution of the day. Cooper Moyer comes in, replacing Javon Hussett. Of course, the DeSales and Manhattanville women's teams played yesterday afternoon here at GoValiants.com field. It was a 1-0 game in favor of DeSales at halftime. The Bulldogs eventually came away with a 4-0 win over the Valiants. In terms of next games, Manhattanville will be at Misericordia on Saturday for another key Mac Freedom matchup. They're all key this time of year. Now in the corner, defended by a couple players. Kirby falls down, still is able to get the pass off to Bamundo. Now in the box. Trainer gets the block. Now Reichert gets by one defender. Oh, Valiants may have gotten away with one there, as Reichert had his foot, I think, clipped by a Valiant player. The referee says no call. Maybe that's a makeup for the Kings game. The Valiant should have gotten a penalty kick in the first half, in a game that obviously ended up going scoreless to double overtime. The Sales head coach George Crampton and his Irish brogue complaining to our referee. Trainer heads that ball away. All played into the box. Reichert was not in the area. And Karsting will pick it up. In the 19th minute of action here at GoValiants.com field. Still looking for our first goal of the afternoon. Still looking for our first real great attempt at goal for either side. Manhattanville has certainly had the better of the possession to this point in the contest. Valiants being pretty patient after trying a couple of long balls early on. Those didn't particularly work, so Valiants doing a much better job here trying to possess the ball up the field. Santos to Carrera. Now Stahl right at midfield. Stahl with no one on him. He's going to take his time. Bravo Oye tries to go to Carrera, making a run off the left side. That ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by DeSales. Carrera will take this throw on the far side. Go in quick to Santos. Nicolason. Little give and go there with Bravo Oye. Nicolason forward looking for Martinson, and that shot saved by Silpizio. Now Trainer with it. Across into the box, looking for Araujo. It goes over his head. Big play there by Sulpizio to knock off that spot, that shot by Martinson. All played forward. Kirikides couldn't get to it. Moyer gets his first touch. Now Moyer going up against Stahl, and Stahl just bodies him off the ball. Now to Carrera. Carrera's boots up the field along the far side. It's going to stay in play. Now to Jerry. Will play side corner. And Reichard can't do anything with it as he was bothered just enough by Ryan Trainer to force the goal kick. 24-22 left to go in the opening half. Say the Valiants have definitely had the better of the opportunities here in this contest. Sulpizio with 2 saves already, Tim Karsing with 1. Karsing will play it short to Stahl. Stahl with a long ball, goes way over the head of everyone. And Sulpizio will come to the edge of his box and eventually pick it up. Sulpizio, the senior, has allowed only 8 goals all season. As you said, this is DeSales team very stingy in terms of giving up goals. Although I said they have allowed 4 in their last 2 games after allowing 4 goals in their first 10. Now Carrera down to Santos. Here the Valiant coaching staff really trying to exhort Marius Nicolaisen. He's been open in a couple of spots in the middle of the field. Maybe not calling for the ball as forcefully as he should be. Bravo Oye tried to get it into the middle of the field. It was knocked away. Ball goes out of bounds. Be a throw in for Manhattanville. See Jeff Santos tripped over the midfield line there. And it will be a throw in for Jeff Carrera. That ball knocked away. It's another throw in for the Valiants. At the midway point of this opening half, Kirikides in the side of the box. Somehow was able to get loose. Tried to get it to Martinson, who was open, but just couldn't fit it in that tight window. Now Jean Charles having a little trouble with the ball. Eventually boots it forward for Kirikides. Ref says he's onside. It's headed backwards to Sulpizio. So Valiants just a fraction of a second late on a couple of opportunities to get toward goal. If you're Manhattanville, you definitely have had the better of play here in this first half, but now DeSales with an opportunity. Towards the end line. And that one goes top corner. Wow. Michael Kirby somehow was able to pick the top left corner from a nearly impossible angle. I have no idea how that ball went in the back of the net. As we said, after the Valiants had really controlled play for the first 23 minutes or so, DeSales gets their first great opportunity, and Michael Kirby puts it home, his 5th goal of the season. Sub in the game for DeSales, Max Cortina comes in replacing Zach Reichard. So that really puts a damper on things early for Manhattanville as the Valiants will have to play from behind here today. As Kirby made a nice run up the far side, eluded a couple of defenders, and I have no idea how that ball managed to pick the top left corner. Now Araujo, and that's going to go out off the foot of Tunney. It's going to be a corner kick for Manhattanville. Let's see if the home team can have a quick response here after DeSales scored the first goal of the contest. Bravo Oye on the corner. To the near side, Martinson couldn't get a flick on it. Now back to Bravo Oye. His cross is denied by Natali. Now Bravo Oye back in the box still. It's headed away. Nicolason now. Out of Bravo Oye. Gonna put another ball into the box. And it's picked off by Sulpizio. Now up the far side. Araujo will take it down. Gets by one defender, couldn't get by the second. Carrera there as ball goes out of bounds. They'll say last touched by DeSales. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Valiants. Now Cortina. Ball played towards the middle. It's cleared out of danger. Nicolason out of Santos. Up to Araujo. Santos with a wayward pass. It's intercepted by Cortina tracking backwards, but then it's given right back away to the Valiants. Araujo. Araujo still with it. Has Kirikides. Kirikides chips it forward. Looking for Araujo, but it's picked up easily by Sulpizio. He'll fire a ball to the near side. Jerry with plenty of space, already well over midfield. Valiants is not going to challenge him here, apparently. Finally due about 25 yards from goal. Across the middle of Cortina. Santos can't clear it. Now Kirby will track it down on the far side. Into the box, and that one skips dangerously wide. Into the game for Manhattanville. Jack Balaciano replacing John Kirikides. Under 18 minutes to go in the first half. DeSales with a 1-0 lead on the 5th goal of the year by Michael Kirby. Now Santos off the outside of the foot to Balaciano. His first touch of the day. He'll go to the end line, now cut it back towards the middle. That shot is saved by Sulpizio. Looking for a rebound there potentially. Martinson was in the area, but no rebound given by the DeSales senior out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Sulpizio will boot this one well down the field. Stahl gets the first head to it. It's chested by Malvestuto. DeSales controls. Kirby making a run into the box. Kirby has been very dangerous in the last couple minutes on that far side of the field. Valiants take it away from him this time, though. Bravo Oye keeps it in play, but it's sent right to Bamundo. Now Stahl on the intercept. Forward, a little too far ahead of Araujo, but Bravo Oye will control. Now Araujo dummies it to Nicolason. Nicolason has Trainer wide, but now Santos will use him instead. Now Santos, or excuse me, Trainer. Off to Nicolason. Nicolason, Balaciano, back to Santos. Now a great pass towards the middle. Taken down, Balaciano can't get the shot off. Now Jean Charles controls. Valiants Continuing to apply pressure. Santos has wide open space in front of him. He'll chip it into the box, and it's headed out of play by DeSales, and it'll be a corner for Manhattanville. Bamundo looking for a push call on Manhattanville, but will not get it, and the Valiants will have their third corner of the afternoon. Bravo Oye will take it for the home team. 15:40 left to go in the first half. Ball in the box. Sulpizio gobbles that one up. And Sulpizio takes his time before putting the ball back into play. Sends a big boot down the field, 3/4 the length down the field. And Trainer is going to see that one out of bounds. And it'll be a throw in for the home team. Ball back to Tunney. He'll switch the field to the far side for Bamundo. Back to Tunney, not a lot of pressure on him. So he will casually dribble back to midfield. Now the Valiants applying some pressure. That was Santos who knocked the ball away. And it's booted back well over midfield. Stahl gets taken down by Malvestuto. And it'll be a free kick quickly taken by Manhattanville. Now Trainer. Near side wing. Now Nicolason. Blaciano has Trainer towards the middle. Well, he'll go backwards to Gene Charles, who was challenged immediately by Moyer. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Valiants. Another substitution for DeSales. Alex Menzo comes in the game. Malvestuto comes out. Now Carrera will control, back to Stahl. And Nickel Martinson couldn't keep it in on the far side. "13 minutes to go in the first half. DeSales still with a 1-0 lead. A score that at least somewhat belies the way the game has gone so far here today. But sometimes that's what happens in the game of soccer. Now Santos. Off to Nicolason. Nicolason gets by a tackle of Cortina. Go back towards the middle. Chips into the box and well over the head of Martinson. It's picked up by Sulpizio. And he will finally pick it up. As he sends a left-footed boot 3/4 length of the field once again. Stahl traps it down. Now the near side, Cortina. Towards the middle, it's knocked by Blaciano. Goes back to Jerry. Cortina once again. Pass to the far side. And that ball's going to be blocked out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick earned by Kirby for the Bulldogs. Be the first corner of the game for the visitors. And it's going to be Michael Kirby to take the corner. As everyone gathers, for the most part, inside the 6-yard box. A lot of players very tightly into that area. Kirby serves one towards the back post. There's no one there, though. And it'll be cleared out of bounds for a goal kick. With now 11 minutes left on the clock. Parsing plays it in quickly to Stahl. Nicolason back to Jean Charles. Ball on the near wing. Martinson, he got to it but couldn't keep it in bounds. And it's going to be a throw in for DeSales right in front of their bench area. Tunney will control. Goes to the far side for Bamundo. Now back to Tunney. Now Cortina over midfield. Cortina passes it right to Jeff Santos. That was awfully nice of him. Now Balaciano will make a run up the near side. Balaciano will take this one down the near side wing. Balaciano now to the end line, and he's going to win a corner. Well done by Jack Balaciano. Kind of hesitated for a minute. The coaching staff said, Jack, take him, take him. Eventually, he took the ball down the field and won a corner for the home team, their 5th of the half. Bravo Oye on the corner. See if the Valiants can convert on one of these. This one hard to the back post. Trainer is there, but couldn't direct the head in the right fashion. And there'll be a goal kick for DeSales. Sulpizio on the goal kick. Here with under 9 minutes remaining in the first half. Balaciano. Santos gets depossessed by Monzo. And some miscommunication there by DeSales as Cortina ended up tipping the ball off the foot of Jerry. And it'll be a throw in from Manhattanville right beneath us. Now Araujo. Knocked away. Santos now. Santos. He gets tackled from behind. And they will give the free kick. And I believe there's going to be a card here as well. No, it's no. He's taking out spray paint. You see the referee definitely hesitated a little bit to see if there would be a continuation, but this is certainly a very dangerous free kick opportunity for Manhattanville. Here with under 8 minutes to go. Nicolason over the ball, as is Bravo Oye. We'll see who gets the attempt here. Nicolason chips one right into the breadbasket of Sulpizio. So opportunity wasted for the Valiants there. And we remain 1-0 DeSales on top. With now 7.5 to go in the half. Sulpizio does have a huge boot, which is definitely a huge weapon for this DeSales team. Now we'll have a stoppage as we'll stop the clock as Jean Charles collided with the DeSales player, possibly head-to-head. And the DeSales player went down pretty quickly. That's Kirby. Excuse me, that's Ian Patmore. We'll have subs in for Manhattanville as Wes Wilson and Eddie Garcia both come in. Martinson and Araujo both come out. Patmore will come out of the game because it is a head injury, so they will bring him out of the game, even though he won't be charged as a substitution. Looks like A.J. Schretner, I believe, is going to come in to take his spot. So now Araujo actually has to come back in the game for Garcia because you only sub 1-for-1 on an injury substitution. So Araujo back in the game. Eddie Garcia, at least at the moment, has still not been charged as participation in the game. Off the free ball will be sportsmanly sent back to Karsting, and we're back underway. 7 minutes to go in the first half. 1-0 our score. DeSales on top. Stahl over midfield. Goes to Wilson. Wes's first touch is a pass that gets blocked. And it's going to go out of bounds. There'll be a throw in for Manhattanville. Now we'll get the substitution as Garcia comes in for Araujo. That'll be a throw in for DeSales, very deep in their own end. Ball headed out of bounds by DeSales. And it's going to be a throw in for Manhattanville. Trainer will take it in front of the Bulldog bench. Now Balaciano in the corner. Has it taken away by Schrutner. And it's booted up the field by the Bulldogs. Moyer sends it up the line. No one nearby for DeSales. Stahl will keep it in. Now goes back to Karsting. Karsting boots it up the field. First head goes to Charlie Jerry, and he knocks out of bounds. Valiant coaching staff stressing urgency here with under 5.5 left on the clock in the first half. Ball goes over the head of Wilson. Balaciano is there. That was a handball called on DeSales. Whistled on Jerry. Now we'll have a free kick opportunity for Manhattanville. With under 5 to go, it's going to essentially be a short corner for Bravo Oye. The coaching staff says like a corner. And it basically is going to be a corner kick. You just move it in about 5 yards. It's basically right in the middle between the corner flag and the 10-yard hash. So Bravo Oye. We'll see what we can do with this. Ships it to the back post and over the head of everyone. So another opportunity goes by the wayside for Manhattanville. As the home team has had many opportunities in this first half. They've certainly had the better opportunities. But to this point, it's been DeSales has been the one team to get on the scoreboard. So Pizio will take his time before putting this ball back into play. And boots to midfield. Santos. As it goes backwards, now it's flicked forward. Wilson can't get there. 3:45 on the clock as Stahl goes back to Karsting. Karsting has, for the most part, stayed in his net here this afternoon, which can be something of a rarity for the sophomore. Now Schrutner with it. Nice job by Gene Charles to knock it away. Gene Charles had the shirt pulled, and they will call the foul eventually on DeSales. And he'll be back to Manhattanville with 3 minutes and change in the half. Play quickly to Trainer right beneath us. Trainer making a run up the near side. Trainer's going to go all the way to the end line. And can't do anything with it. Oh, and then Balaciano just throws the ball at Sulpizio. That's Garcia, excuse me. And I'm sorry, Eddie, you can't do that. I don't care if the player pushes you or not. You cannot do that. And Garcia does get the yellow card. I really didn't see anything there. Sulpizio may gave him a little bit of a push in the back, but Garcia obviously frustrated, as I think the rest of the Valiants are early on in this game. So the first yellow card goes to Manhattanville. Santos will boot this one out of bounds right in front of Valiant head coach Steve DiMatteo. 2.5 remaining. Still 1-0 game in favor of the Bulldogs. Now Schreitner with it. In the middle for Cortina. Cortina with some room. Cortina still with it. And it's knocked away from him by Stahl. And cleared back to midfield. Booted back down the field. And Carrera just chips it back to midfield. Really no one there for Manhattanville. Now Carrera will throw this one in. Foul called on DeSales with 100 seconds left to go in the first half. We'll stop the clock here with 1:35 to go as that ball was booted away by DeSales pretty clearly after the whistle. Stahl looked like he was going to go short to Gene Charles. Eventually does go short to him. And Gene Charles is taken away. Now Kirby. Excuse me, it's Moyer. Moyer cuts back towards the middle and then hits it to no one in particular. Kirby actually great job to clear that, to chase that one down. In the box, and Sulpizio, or excuse me, Karsting goes and grabs it as he felt that the DeSales player undercut him a little bit. So I can see the frustration starting to mount for this Manhattanville team as we approach the final minute of play here in the first half. 1-0 DeSales on top. Manhattanville looking to equalize before halftime. Now Garcia. Looking for Wilson, a little miscommunication there. It's cleared away by Natali. 40 seconds left on the clock. Garcia will throw it in. A quick corner taken by Manhattanville with 20 seconds to go. DeSales throwing the ball away. Like, this is ridiculous. I don't know where our ball person is. 15 seconds now left. 8 seconds. Valiant's being very casual here with this corner. Final seconds tick off. It's headed away out of play. And that will do it for the first 45 minutes. And at the half, it's going to be DeSales with a 1-0 lead over Manhattanville. As both teams had chances, Manhattanville had the better of the chances, but unfortunately for the visitors, or for the home team, the visitors were the one to put one in the back of the net. And as a result, DeSales with that 1-0 lead after 45 minutes of action here at GoValiants.com field. We'll take a quick look at our stats here. As shots were 7-4 in favor of Manhattanville. Shots on goal were 5-2 in favor of the Valiants. Corners were 5-1. The home team leads. So Manhattanville had advantages in pretty much every single category except the one that counts. As Michael Kirby with their 5th goal of the game, 5th goal of the season, to give DeSales a 1-0 lead at the half. So we'll take a few minutes of break here on GoValiants.com. We'll be back in just a bit to bring you the second half of play between Manhattanville and DeSales. But once again, the score after 45 minutes is DeSales 1 and Manhattanville 0. You're watching Manhattanville Men's Soccer here on GoValiants.com. And we're back here for the second half of play between Manhattanville and DeSales. The score after 45 minutes, DeSales 1 and Manhattanville 0. Only goal of the game scored by Michael Kirby, junior forward, unassisted in that first half. Other than that, it was a half that Manhattanville certainly had the better of play, but it was DeSales that was able to put one home. So by rule, they get the 1-0 lead as a result. DeSales will start off first in the second half. DeSales gets the ball first, and Bamundo sends it down the field. Carrera, along with Kirby, they'll fight for it, and Kirby comes away with the ball. Kirby, it's knocked away to Stahl, and off the hand of the DeSales player, and then Araujo just body checks. Haydick gets away with it. And Haydick, to his credit, comes back and wins the ball. Now in the corner for Hussett. And Hussett, unforced errors. He went back to Kirby and that ball went out of bounds. Will be a throw in for Manhattanville. Now Carrera goes in. Now Hayvick can't get to that ball. Kirby back to Hayvick. Linesman flag has been up for about 30 seconds. And now he pulls the offsides flag up. That's the second time this year we've seen a referee wait 30 seconds, then once Manhattanville has the ball, looking to go the other way, then calls the offsides. I'm pretty sure that's not how it's supposed to work. Now to Stahl. Field. Ball to Martinson in the corner. He'll race after it, but can't keep it in play. As the wind starts to pick up at least a little bit here at GoValiants.com field. 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. DeSales still up 1-0. Santos. 35 yards from goal, goes to Araujo. They'll go back to Stahl. Stahl into the box. Bravo Oye is there. Goes off the head of Jerry. Oh no, they'll say it isn't off Jerry's head. They'll say it's just a goal kick. As it must have been over the head of Jerry instead. Sulpizio will put the ball into play. Left foot hangs up in the wind at least a little bit. First two balls off the head of DeSales, and the Bulldogs will control. Kirby boots it forward, where it's chested down by Trainer. Trainer boots it up the field. Natali heads it, but comes to Bravo Oye. Bravo Oye has Araujo. Araujo into the middle. Now Kirakides, his shot goes well high and wide. Sulpizio back into play. Araujo now to Martinson. Araujo looking for Kirikides, making a run. Can't get there though, as Sulpizio is able to get to it. Giants will win that one. And then Nicolason, lazy pass looking for the Carrera. It's taken away by Kirby. And Kirby with a relatively weak effort from long range. Karsten quickly puts it back in play. Now boots it to the far side. That's going to sail way over the head of Trainer. As you said, the wind has picked up a little bit so far in the second half. It's going from the near side of the field to the far side. Stahl calmly clears that ball away with two red and blue shirts on either, or one on either side of him. We'll see if the wind affects this game at all in the second half. That cross goes well wayward. And it's going to be a goal kick for Manhattanville. As the lights come on here at GoValiants.com field, it's been a pretty overcast day for the most part here in Purchase. At this point, no rain, knock on wood, as the forecast has improved throughout the day. We'll have a free kick right around midfield that Tunney will take. DeSales still with that 1-0 lead, 39 minutes left to go in the second half. There's a shot that's saved by Karsting. About 20 yards out. I believe that was Habeck who took that attempt. Karsting on the spot to make the stop and keep this a 1-0 game. Karsting boots it way up the field. Settled down and barely cleared away by DeSales. Now Bravo Oye. Santos. Now Carrera back to Stahl. Kirikides gets taken out. No call. As Tunney knocked out of the play for a throw-in. Right beneath us. We'll see the ball come out somewhere. And there it is. Now ball forward to Hussett. Hussett will play one where it's easily intercepted by Gene Charles. And his pass taken away by Habeck. And it goes wayward as Trainer will track it down. Now back to Karsting. See, no time to press yet for Manhattanville, but obviously like to see the Valiants get some of that offensive pressure they got for large portions of the first half. Valiants took 5 shots on goal compared to just 2 for DeSales. And one of those for the Bulldogs came very early in the half. Here's the push in the back on the Bulldogs as Nicolason goes down. Bravo Oye. He's going to go quick. His coach says to relax, so Pablo will let his players get toward the top of the 18-yard box before putting this ball into the box. Bravo Oye grounds it to Araujo. Araujo bikes it. Kirikides tried to body off his player, but comes loose to Carrera. Carrera's heading the header by Martinson goes right to Sulpizio. Good attempt there by the Valiant senior, but goes right to Sulpizio. He didn't have to move, and he was able to make the stop to keep this a 1-0 game. The Valiants turn it over at the edge of their defensive third, and now making a run down the near side, top of the 18-yard box, and Riker did not get anything on that shot, and you could see him hold his head in his hands after he took that shot as he was wide open at the top of the 18-yard box and sent a quick little grounder right to Karsting. So a missed opportunity there for the Bulldogs to keep this a 1-0 game. Now Carrera, he'll keep it in. Ball goes out of bounds off of Kirby. 9.5 minutes gone by in this second half. Lions looking for that tying goal. Head goes straight up in the air. And Kirakides heads it to the end line. Sulpizio races over to pick it up. Obviously, he wants to use that large left foot of his on the punt whenever he gets the opportunity. And you can see why as that ball goes 3/4 of the way or so down the field. Certainly a lot longer than a goal kick would. Stahl heads the ball down. Bravo Oye tried to keep possession, but Hussett will control. Goes on the near side, Kirby. Kirby to side of the 18-yard box. Into the middle he goes, and his shot, a little low liner, goes right into the breadbasket of Tim Karsting. So we've already seen a couple of good opportunities for DeSales in this second half. Arguably better than almost any chance they had in the first 45 minutes. Santos plays on through the tackle by Kirby. Now Kirakides. He'll take it to the end line. Kirakides gets a cross off. Martinson was wide open, but the cross could not find its intended target. Martinson back to the top of the 18-yard box. Nicolason has to go over his head, and it's cleared away by DeSales. That was a good opportunity, a great run by Kirakides, but his service just a little too far ahead. And Martinson could not get to it. And once again, we remain 1-0 DeSales on top. Stahl has no one near him for either team. Goes to Bravo Oye. Kirakides will go backwards all the way to Carrera. Now Santos tried to play it for Carrera, making a run, but it comes loose to Bravo Oye. Pablo to Carrera. Carrera will keep it in on the near side. Gets by a defender. Or at least attempts to as he battles with Tunney. Tunney comes away with it. Now DeSales looking for a quick counter. See the Valiants trying to press forward at least a little bit. Malvestuto passes the ball to the DeSales bench. I'm not sure if he heard a voice and that's where he went with it, but either way, there was no one within 20 yards. Now Kirakides off to Martinson. Has Kirakides back in the middle if he can get it to him. Now Kirakides from a tough angle. His shot saved by Sulpizio. End to end here. Chances for both teams in the first 12.5 minutes of the second half. Two good opportunities for both teams in this second half. But DeSales right now, the team playing from ahead. You can see Manhattanville trying to apply a little more pressure offensively. Substitutions for both teams for Manhattanville. Eddie Garcia comes back in the game, replacing Jeff Carrera. And for DeSales, Ian Patmore, Cooper Moyer, and Max Cortina all come into the game. Reichard will come out. Hussett will come out. And I believe not Patmore, he came into the game. Even Caulfield, I believe, might be the one to come out for DeSales as well. Gene Charles go all the way back to Karsting. I'll go up to Bravo Oye. Bravo Oye, forward looking for Kirikides. Comes to Nicolason. See Ryan Trainer making his way up the far side. Valiant certainly creeping forward a little bit here. They know they're the ones that need to score the goal. Santos looking for a run on the near side, looking for Garcia. It's chested down by Kirby and booted back across the field. Whereas Trainer's over there, he'll see the ball out of bounds, and he'll take the throw in. Goes in quick to Martinson. A one-touch just to Araujo. Now looking for Bravo Oye. He gets tripped up in the box. No call. Wow. It was Bravo Oye, it was Garcia, but either way, a Valiant player was tripped up from behind in the box. That's now 2 games in a row. Manhattanville could potentially have had a penalty shot. But the referee says no, and we play on. With under 30 to go, still 1-0. DeSales on top. But you can see Manhattanville, at least right now, really starting to increase the pressure offensively, keeping the ball in the DeSales end. That wayward shot by Moyer goes wide. He was lobbying for a deflection off Manhattanville, but instead it was actually just a bad shot. So it'll be a goal kick for the Valiants. Karsting will play it short to Gene Charles. Now Karsting. He'll boot one down the left side, and that one was way too ambitious for Trainer. That one went out of play. Trainer will see that one out of bounds. Now Araujo. Araujo looking for someone to go with it. He gets depossessed by Cortina. Now back to Trainer, and they'll call the foul. As Araujo will win the free kick for Manhattanville. About 10 yards or so from the corner of the 18 box. We'll see what Bravo Oye can do with this opportunity. Bravo Oye in the box. And Stahl and Sulpizio collide in midair. Sportsmanship there as they both get back to their feet. Sulpizio controlling the spaces around his net, however. Doing so well. Another opportunity goes by the wayside for the Valiants. Now Stahl coming all the way back to his defensive third. Back to Karsting, who boots it away. Garcia gets the head down to Bravo Oye. Little back pass to Santos. Boots it forward. Trainer racing by his midfielder. Trainer making a run. Trainer serves one in the box. Martinson's there, but just can't keep it in play. We'll have a substitution coming in for DeSales. Alex DiRienzo replacing Michael Kirby. Kirby so far with the only goal of this game to this point. As he found the back of the net in the 24th minute. His 5th goal of the year to give DeSales a 1-0 lead they currently enjoy. Bravo Oye wins the ball to Kirikides. Back to Pablo. Bravo Oye couldn't stay with it though. But Manhattanville will quickly get the ball back. Stahl. A little loose touch, but eventually keeps it in his possession, gives it off to Gene Charles. Now Trainer. Trainer serves one in the box. Sulpizio comes out. The ball is loose, but no one there for Manhattanville as Kirakides went for the ball, couldn't get the redirection. Sulpizio has that one go off the side of his foot. And quickly back to DeSales, and now we'll stop the clock as Garcia gets tackled. And that's a yellow card to Justin Habick, as he had a late tackle there on Garcia. So that's now 1 card per team. Garcia got a yellow and then just drew a yellow. We'll have a quick stoppage here with 25:55 to go in the second half. Still 1-0 DeSales on top. Manhattanville pressing for that equalizing goal. We'll go short to Nicolason. Nicolason loses the ball. At least he was able to deflect the outlet pass out of bounds, but obviously still frustrated with himself. As we said, I think this Valiant team, for the most part, especially towards the end of that first half, I think they were getting very frustrated with the opportunities they were generating, but unable to do anything with them. Now it's intercepted. There's Araujo with some space. There's a Trainer on the far wing. Valiants love that attack down the far wing. Trainer cutting towards the middle. Off to Nicolason. He has some room. His ball in the box and just misses the head of Kirakides. That couldn't have gone more than a couple inches over John's head. Hey, the Valiants just coming so close here on many, many occasions over the course of this game. Now Jean Charles, Bravo Oye. The way things are going, you feel like Manhattanville is in a position where they're going to get one home eventually. They have come so close. Now ball in the box. And it's cleared out of play by Bamundo. And it'll be a corner for Manhattanville despite the protestations of Bamundo and Sulpizio. The referee, I guess, gives a warning to Sulpizio. Now Bravo Oye on the corner. See if the Valiants can finally put one home here. Bravo Oye goes short to the near post. That one is volleyed over the bar by Santos. Good idea, good attempt, but execution just not there for the home team. Trainer gets the first head to that one, but it goes out of bounds. Now Moyer. Moyer crossed towards the middle, and it was headed to Karsting. Quick outlet pass to Santos. Manhattanville trying to get quickly back the other way. Out of Nick to Martinson, off to Kirakides, and just couldn't get there before Bamundo will clear the ball out of bounds. But it'll be another corner for Manhattanville. Bravo Oye will take this one once again. And that one, I don't think ever even came in play. And it's going to be a goal kick for DeSales. As we're at the midway point of this second half, still 1-0 DeSales on top. DeSales looking to remain unbeaten in MAC Freedom play. Manhattanville looking to pick up their second win in 3 conference matches. Now here's DiRienzo with plenty of space on the near side. Tried a little crossing pass looking for Moyer, but just could not connect. So the Valiants dodge a bullet there. Of course, you're going to see that a little bit from Manhattanville as they start to push some more players forward. They're going to give up potential opportunities the other way. Now Bravo Oye. Stall. Araujo with it. Now Stall. Clearing one forward, looking for Martinson. Outlet pass was blocked by Araujo, but it's picked up by Sulpizio. Stall traps that one down to Nicolason. That's a lot more long balls going forward here in the last couple minutes, and I don't think that's really what's going to be good for Manhattanville. Sulpizio will take it all the way to the corner of the box and wait for Martinson before he picks it up. We saw it in the first couple minutes of the game, where Manhattanville tried the long balls forward, and they weren't necessarily working quite so well. They have been doing a much better job going to the flanks and getting the balls crossed into the middle. Stall, working hard but can't keep possession. Now towards the post. Oh, it's cleared away by Eddie Garcia. Anything but his best there may have resulted in an own goal for Manhattanville, so a good opportunity that the Valiants were able to get rid of. Blasciano back in for Manhattanville and a whole bunch of players in for DeSales. Reichard's back in, Malvestuto's back in, Kirby's back in, and Hussett also back in. So 4/11 of the starting lineup comes back into the game for DeSales after a few minutes of rest. Now Bravo Oye to Stall. Jean Charles now. Boots it forward nicely on the near side. Trainer will run after it. He'll track it down. Trainer going to the corner. Passing back towards the middle. Kirikides chests it down. He'll turn around. His shot gets blocked. Bravo Oye now. Bravo Oye. Side of the box. Still with it on his foot. Bravo Oye! And he goes high. More good pressure there for Manhattanville with now under 19 minutes left in this contest. Still 1-0. You can feel Manhattanville. They've done pretty much everything except score here in this game. That's obviously why the first goal of the game is so important, as DeSales got that one on basically their best and really only chance in this game, at least in the first half. Manhattanville's been trying to catch up ever since. Now Blasciano. That ball is cleared out of bounds. It'll be another corner for Manhattanville. Looks like Garcia's going to take this corner for Manhattanville. They'll have Bravo Oye short. We'll see what the grad student can do with the service. In the box, Stall heads it down, but it's blocked before it could get. .16:49 to go, still DeSales on top, 1-0. Giants continuing to pressure. That ball's gonna go up in the air, but Mundo keeps it in play. Now Bravo Oye in the middle, and unable to get to it was Kirikides as Jerry raced toward it and knocked out of play. Apologize for that minute or so of missed action, but we are back here in Purchase. Offside flag is up against Manhattanville. And it will be a free kick for DeSales with 16:10 to go. Santos gets the first head to it. And a foul called on Bravo Oye. The Valiant bench vociferously disagrees, but unfortunately the man in green is the one that makes the calls here today. I don't mean Sulpizio. .15:30 to go in the second half. Manhattanville starting to run out of time a little bit. Of course, still a long ways to go in this game, but Valiants are trailing by a goal. That ball headed away. Garcia clears Nicolason. Valiants looking for a quick counter. This is where they've been at their best for the most part today. Kirakides cuts it back towards the middle. Looking for Martinson, but wasn't really in the correct vicinity. Now Kirby gets right by Garcia. In the middle for Hussett. Hussett back to Kirby. Ball's a little in front of him, but Kirby will track it down. Kirby takes it along the end line. Pass it towards the middle. Hussett's open, and there's a big save by Tim Karsting to keep this a 1-0 game. That's what we're going to see from DeSales. A quick counterattack, a nice play again by Kirby along the end line. And Hussett was open. Could not put it home. Kirakides tripped up, will play on. Balaciano. Balaciano now. Does he have a left foot? He takes a shot and just wide of the post. Oh, Jack Balaciano. A gorgeous effort, but just could not put it home. We'll have a substitution coming in for DeSales.
Checking in for DeSales, number 8, Ian Atmore. Number 18, Keegan Thompson.
Good job, Keegan.
Stall back to Gene Charles. Now Stall. Play a long ball forward. They probably want to get a little more air under that one. Now it's to Hussett. Pass to no one. Garcia will control. He'll go back to Karsting. Karsting boots it back to midfield. Kirakides shields off DeSales player. Doesn't win the ball, however. Now Balaciano. Martinson to middle for Santos. Santos with some room. Santos trying to pass it for Nicolason, but Stahl gets the ball back. Stahl, 35 yards from goal. Thought he might have a go, but he'll keep possession to Santos. Martinson and Kirakides couldn't connect. Santos gets the first head to it. Trainer now with a head. Side of the 18-yard box. Clips it towards the middle, and Martinson couldn't get to it. Sulpizio goes down like he was shot. And the referee tells him to play on. He's got a smile on his face. The referee should card him just for that. Now ball up on the far side. Jerry with it. He'll chip one towards goal. Offside flag is up. No goals. The offside flag is up. The Valiants dodge a huge bullet there, as DeSales has a goal called off due to offsides, and we remain 1-0 here with 11:20 to go in the second half. So the Valiants with a huge break that they catch on one of those quick counters, as we've seen DeSales have a couple of here in the second half. They've been dangerous on those quick counters. Now Trainer heads the ball away from Reichert, goes out of bounds. Now Hussett in the corner going up against Jean Charles. Hussett back to Reichert. Reichert crossing it towards the middle. It goes the head of everyone. And Garcia will see that one out of bounds. And we'll have a sub coming in for Manhattanville, as Araujo comes back in the game, replacing Bravo Oye. Ten minutes to go here in the second half. Manhattanville still down 1-0. Valiants look to at least get this to even at this point. Now Martinson just clears it right off the foot of Tunney out of bounds. Be a throw in for Manhattanville. A couple paces from the corner flag. Now Stahl serves it into the box. It's cleared away. Nicolason. Nicolason with some space. His shot gets blocked. And second chance cannot happen. And it's taken away again by DeSales. Now Karsten coming way out of his net. Reichert gets by him. And will stop the clock, as I believe Karsten's going to get a yellow for that, as he interfered with Hussett, who had gotten by him. So the yellow for Karsten, which prevented what could have been a good goal-scoring opportunity for the Bulldogs. It'll be a free kick coming up for DeSales, with 8:59 left to go in this second half. DeSales again nursing that 1-0 lead. DeSales with a free kick opportunity about 35 yards from goal. It's going to be Kirby who'll put this ball into play. Stahl gets the first head to it. Kirakides can't win the ball. Habeck now will take it to the near side. He's depossessed beautifully by Balaciano. Balaciano with plenty of space, goes to Araujo. Araujo to Santos. Now Garcia making a run up the near side. 8.5 to go now. Pass for Balaciano, can't connect. It's cleared out and trapped down by Manhattanville. Stahl now. To Santos, he'll turn up the field. Back to Santos, he'll switch the field to Jean Charles. Jean Charles looking for Araujo, pass knocked away, and foul called on Jean Charles. He went over the back of Charlie Jerry. Now under 8 minutes remaining in the second half. Still a 1-0 DeSales lead. That pass goes out of bounds. Substitutions for both teams. Bravo Oye back in the game. Moyer and Caulfield back in for DeSales. Bravo Oye's in for Michael Jean Charles. So that's obviously a offensive for defensive substitution for Manhattanville. Tunney just boots that one as high as he can back to midfield. First head to Stahl, but he can't control, and Kirby will have it. Now here's Pat Moore. Pat Moore with a shot saved by Karsting. Now under 7 minutes to go, DeSales still with a 1-0 lead. Manhattanville's done all they could in this game except put one home. Araujo chips it forward. Martinson chests it down. Kirikides couldn't get there though. Ball cleared away. Santos will control. Now Bravo Oye. Looking for Blasciano, not the best of options. And it's cleared out of immediate danger by the Bulldogs. And then just booted down the field by Kirby. Karsting will wait for that ball to go inside his 18-yard box and not pick it up. He'll go to Trainer instead. Now to Stahl. 6 minutes remaining here in this very important Mac Freedom matchup. Santos, Bravo Oye, chips it forward, just couldn't get to Kirikides. That was about a couple inches away from finding its mark. Garcia does nicely to knock that first pass away. Comes to Santos. Manhattanville is everyone on this side of midfield. Karsting's almost at midfield himself. Now Bravo Oye. His clear goes off a DeSales player, and Kirikides with a shot off the deflection, and it's saved by Sulpizio. 5.5 to go. As Sulpizio boots the ball well down the field. Stahl will head it back to Karsting. Quickly back to Stahl. Karsting, you know he's going to dribble up the field if no one's going to be on him. He'll send one well down the field. 5 minutes left on the clock now. Blasciano sends that one out of bounds. Kirby will take his time. We'll have a substitution for DeSales. Alex Manzo comes back in the game, replacing Zach Reichard. Ball out of bounds again. It'll be a throw in for DeSales, and this is where they can start to take a little bit of time off the clock when they're away from their own goal. Kirby will throw this one in, of course, after taking 10-15 seconds off. Kirby throws it into the box. It's headed away. Garcia will get it and boot it up the field for Manhattanville. Chested down to Araujo. Araujo boots one forward. It's too far ahead for Kirikides, though. And Sulpizio will wait till it goes in the box and pick it up. And he'll boot the ball right back down the other way. Nicolason gets the first head to it, but it's going to go out of bounds. Under 4 minutes to go now. Knights win it back. Santos. Over to Garcia. Valiant's growing desperate here with each passing minute. Trainer with plenty of space in front of him. Trainer will make a run to the corner. Trainer, his cross. Gobbled up easily by Sulpizio. No one nearby for Manhattanville. Trainer expressing his frustration in the far corner. That there was no one nearby for Manhattanville. Allowing Sulpizio an easy grab of that ball. Stahl wins the header back to Nicolason. His outlet pass is knocked away by Kirby. 3 minutes now left in this contest. Kirby's going to take it all the way to the corner. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Manhattanville. Substitution for Manhattanville. Gene Charles back in the game. Kirakides comes out. Trainer up the field. Now Araujo. Now Trainer with it. Bravo Oye. Top of the 18. Santos wins it back. Now to Garcia. Into the box. Sulpizio skies up and grabs that one out of the air, as he's done on many, many occasions over the course of this game today. We're now under 2 minutes. DeSales still nursing a 1-0 lead. We're now 100 seconds remaining in this game. Valiants need something, and they need it soon. And for DeSales, they just want the ball to stay where it is right now. Keep it as far away from their goal as possible. They will take their time for throwing the ball back in. Now, final minute of play in regulation. Manhattanville, 60 seconds left, looking for the equalizer. Ball is sent backwards by Caulfield. Bravo Oye couldn't quite get there. Araujo can't control it. Trainer boots it back to the middle. 35 seconds left. Now Stahl is up playing forward right now for Manhattanville. Here's Balaciano. He gets tripped up in the box, just outside the box. We're going to stop the clock. There's going to be a yellow card to DeSales, and now here is a golden opportunity for Manhattanville. 27 seconds left in this game. This ball is about 20 yards from goal. And this might be the last opportunity Manhattanville gets here today. Oh, this is going to be a golden opportunity here. With under 30 seconds left in regulation, we'll see who takes the kick for Manhattanville. Bravo Oye is over there, as is Santos. Santos with a shot, and it goes high of the net. And that is most likely going to do it, as Sulpizio will take his time. And boot it back to midfield. He boots it straight out of bounds. As these seconds will tick off. And that will do it here at GoValiants.com field. As DeSales gets one goal, and that's all they need. As the Bulldogs run their unbeaten streak to 11 games with a 1-0 victory over the Valiants. With the win, DeSales remains unbeaten in conference play. They're 2-0-1. Manhattanville, after the big win against Eastern, that's now 2 straight conference losses to Kings and DeSales, as the Valiants fall to 1-2, excuse me, in MAC Freedom play. Also back under 500 on the year at 6-7 overall, while DeSales improves to 10-1-2 on the season. So a tough loss here for the Valiants, as they pretty much did everything they could except put the ball in the back of the net. And in the end, it just wasn't good enough against a very strong DeSales team. We'll look at our final stats. Manhattanville with an 18-10 advantage in shots, shots on goal got pretty close during the end. Valiants with a 9-7 advantage in shots on goal over the course of the evening. They had an 8-1 edge in corners as well. So Valiants did everything they could except put a goal home. And as a result, Michael Kirby with the first, last, and only goal of the game as the Bulldogs pull out the victory. So that will do it for us here from GoValiants.com field. Once again, the final score is Manhattanville 1 and DeSales 0. Please join us next Tuesday as Manhattanville men's soccer team has our next broadcast here on GoValiants.com. The men's soccer team takes on FDU Florham at 4 p.m. And we have 5 home games in 2 days on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. We have men's soccer and volleyball against the same DeSales team on Tuesday. We also have men's soccer and field hockey against FDU and, again, DeSales on Wednesday as we continue our busy Mac Freedom schedule here at GoValiants.com field and Kennedy Gym. So that will do it for us here from GoValiants.com field. Once again, the final score is DeSales 1 and Manhattanville 0. Thank you for watching today's broadcast on GoValiants.com. Please join us next week for the Valiants and the Devils.